Good morning. Today is Sunday, November 10th. Just wanted to do a quick video. I haven't done a spilling the tea video in a hot minute, and I think I was just like, I don't know, I gave away a lot of the good spilling the tea videos from the beginning, which I needed to do because I need y'all to like learn about me, etc, etc, decide if you want to follow the channel, like and subscribe, that kind of stuff. I don't know, the point of spilling the tea, those kind of videos, is more so like, here's a bunch of things that I've learned from life by doing things a certain way, and maybe you can take something away from that. Like, first of all, I say like and so much and it drives me nuts. Do you know how many times I'm editing those words out? Sometimes I'm just too tired and I'm like, fuck it. Like, do I actually say like and this many times in real life? I think I do. Which, that's the one thing about recording videos, is that you really quickly learn a lot of things about yourself, which is kind of good because then you can also change, right? Anyways, okay, back to the point of the video. So based on the title, you'll have seen that I have made some pretty piss poor decisions in my choice of men, and I don't have a transition word. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna give a bit of a brief background story. I grew up in a Christian household with 2 older brothers, and I'm the only girl. So to say that I had overprotective brothers or overbearing parents, because I live like in the Brown family household, that was an understatement of the year. To tell you like how overbearing or overprotected it was, my dad blocked MTV from the TV and like any music video channels because he didn't want us to see like girls walking around half naked twerking. He also, like, we didn't get fruit roll-ups because he had too much coloring and preservatives in that. So things like that. And I always say that you're a product of the environment that you grew up in. Obviously that can change and you can change and you can be an outliner 100%, but you definitely are impacted by those around you. So I also think the reason why I can't dance is because my dad blocked MTV and music videos. And like, how am I supposed to learn to dance if I didn't have any examples? I'm not gonna go twirl around in my room when I have 2 older brothers like in 2 rooms next door, right? I think while I was younger, like, I didn't get the attention that I wanted from males like how other girls were getting it. Again, I was a tomboy, I had 2 older brothers. When I did get into middle school and high school and actually started caring about boys and like seeing all these other girls get attention, like, I wanted the attention too. Like, I wanted to be noticed by a boy. I didn't want to wear any more Adidas tomboy shirts. Like, I wanted to like look fly and look cute and look pretty, and like that's when I started to care about my size and just so many different things. So I think when I went to university, I definitely got more attention from guys. We drank more, we did stuff, blah 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 blah, but this attention that I was getting was really fucking shitty. Like, I guess I was so deprived of it, and I was really like searching for this attention that I was basically going for the first person that looked at me, and I was just like, okay, cool, like, oh, you're looking at me, great, let's get married tomorrow. I would basically like anybody that liked me as long as they liked me, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm sure I can like them, you know what I mean? So, you know, back in the day when at university you have like all these Frosh Week events or like South Asian Alliance or this or that, I guess I met this person that I'm talking about in this title, fucking loser boy. I met him at one of these events. I should have known. He got into a fight that night, and I still, like, to me, him getting into a fight probably made me more attracted to him because I'm a loser and go for bad boys and like dumbasses, really, okay? Yeah, anyways, he got into a fight and whatever. We started talking a few times. He went to a different school that was further away, but I did have a car at that time. So I would commute to him like over an hour to go check this guy. I don't know, there was this friend that was in his life. He said that he had a best friend and it was a girl, and I've always been skeptical of anybody, whether it's girl or boy, when they say have a best friend that's of the opposite sex. I'm very skeptical because I personally believe that at some point in that friendship you have both liked each other. It may not have been at the same time, but like, say you might have liked the guy when he was with somebody else, and then when you're single, like, the guy might have liked you. I don't know, but basically I'm very skeptical of it, and this basically proved my point of why I'm skeptical. He had a girl that was his best friend, and like he was always talking to her and stuff, and I'm like, okay, whatever, like, he's with me, like, I'm his girl, right? There was red signs everywhere, red flags everywhere, and I still was just like, no, I'm determined. He was my first boyfriend. I should have said that. He's my first boyfriend too. He was a loser. And yeah, anyway, so basically for Christmas he had got a new car or something, and I guess he wanted speakers, and I was working at McDonald's back then as a manager, and I was like obviously trying to be this guy's sugar daddy or something. So I bought him the speakers that he wanted for Christmas, okay? He doesn't celebrate Christmas, but I celebrate Christmas, so I bought it for him. And I don't think there should be a rule of like guys need to spend money on girls or else girls don't spend money on them. Like, I think it should be equal. And even like, I don't get how guys get pooned into proposing to the girl for an engagement and then they don't get shit all in return. Like, you get some bitchy ass wife to get married to, you don't even get a ring out of it. Like, fuck. But no, I'm just joking. I got this guy $500 speakers, and like he really wanted it. Like, he was happy. Like, I literally just gave him $500 cash or email transfer to go get the speakers. And I obviously didn't tell my brothers about it, but they fucking found out about it anyways because I have some snitches in my life, or had. The worst thing about this is after I bought this guy the $500 speakers, shit started going downhill. Okay, we had a formal event that we were going to. I had got the tickets for him and his boy, but I was going there with my girls and he was going to meet us there. So on the way there, we got a flat tire. So I'm calling my boyfriend at the time to be like, hey, like, we got into a flat tire. It's going to be like a second. Does this guy ask if I'm okay? Does he ask if any of us are okay? No, he doesn't. All he's literally concerned about is when are you going to get here so I can get the tickets to this event. Bruh. Finally, though, that was enough for me to realize, like, okay, Cynthia, you're actually being a dumb fuck right now. Like, you don't need attention this bad. Like, fuck this guy. Fuck this. And, like, the worst thing is like, his friend, who I always thought was, like, a really good friend, he called. As soon as he found out that we got into a flat tire or whatever, and it was on the highway, he literally called right away. He's like, hey, are you guys okay? Like, not one question about the tickets. He actually was, like, a genuinely concerned friend, and this guy wasn't even my boyfriend. So, like, what the fuck are you saying with your life, Cynthia? After I bought the guy the $500 speakers, he really wanted these Lacoste shoes, and apparently was really in love with him and trying to buy his love. So I was literally so close to buying him these Lacoste shoes for Christmas because I'm like, yo, the speakers, like, he didn't even technically get that as a gift to open it. Like, the shoes, at least he gets to open it, and like you get that like happiness from like opening a gift and blah 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 blah. Anyways, luckily my brothers found out about the speakers real quick, and by the time they found out the speakers, this whole other plan X'd out and then everything else popped off, so it didn't even matter. Also, I should say, by the way, that he was not even attractive, okay? Like, for you to be playing these kind of games, yo, you must be like some god, okay? Not even then, you still can't do this type of shit. But if you are thinking you're capable of doing these things, like, I hope, like, you're some, like, amazing person. But most times, these guys are shitty people, like, to begin with. They're not attractive. They have a shitty personality. They suck, okay? And yet, they still find girls because there's always going to be a good girl that's down to, like, be the one that's going to change this guy and like make this guy the amazing person that he can be. But fuck no, you can't change nobody, bro. Change yourself and you'll be fine. You know what I mean? So fast forward, we break up and like whatever. Anyways, I later find out that I was not even his girlfriend. That friend was his girlfriend and I was a side ting. And I'm like, what the? And how are you even supposed to like know if that's true or not? Like, as in when I was dating him and like he told me that this is his best friend, like I have no choice but to believe him. It's not like I saw him make out with this girl or anything like that. Like, he talked to her daily, but he made it seem like this is some kid's sister, not like this girl he's fucking and I'm just a side thing. So whatever. Anyways, it's the one way that I did get him back. And you know what? I am petty when it matters. So basically, he was part of a Tamil soccer team, and I guess for them, like in the Tamil fucking society, anything with your name on it or fucking gold or this or that, status quo is very important. So I guess he had a winning jersey from a team that I somehow managed to get, and maybe I took it home with me one day when we after we were chilling or something like that. But I don't know how I got it, but I got it. I swear I didn't steal it. I got it. But I got the jersey, and then after we broke up, I threw that out. I didn't even ask him. What the fuck am I gonna ask you for? Fuck you, bro. I bought you $500 speakers. At least I can do is shred this shit and throw it in the garbage. So I literally threw it out. Oh, it was so satisfying when he called me one time and he was just like, oh, like, you know that jersey? Like, I really need it. I'm like, oh yeah? You know that jersey? You can shove it up your ass. So anyways, I did that. I still didn't learn though. That's the problem. I like to learn things the hard way. Still did not learn. And the reason I say that is because fast forward a few months down the road, I think I saw him, maybe even a year or two down the road, I think I saw him at some South Asian event, again, like some formal dance event, and he wanted to dance with me and I danced with him. And I'm like, I looked at it like the next day I woke up and I'm like, Cynthia, like, what are you saying right now? Like, why would you even give this guy that time of day? And that's the thing, a lot of girls, again, we're so scared of being lonely, or, you know, want that like feeling of acceptance even when it's gone. So like when he broke up with me and I'm like, well, if I get him back, or I end up being like super sexy and hot and like I look like a dime piece, and then I show him, like, you think that you're gonna feel good, but you don't. Like, if anything, I like danced with him and I'm like, fuck, you're taking a step backwards right now. You're not going forward. Like, fuck this guy. He's a loser, right? So yeah, that's just one example of my many poor choices in men. But I remember too, even for that breakup, it wasn't even nearly as bad as this, but he was my first boyfriend. And I distinctly remember there was one time where I was really sad, and I guess we had just finished the movies or something, and like we're grabbing food or something like that. I texted VJ and I was like, yo, like, I don't know what to do. Like, my heart is literally hurting, right? And whatever, it was fine. Time heals everything at the end of the day. It was around Christmas time too that this whole breakup thing happened. For some reason, I have a lot of breakups happening around Christmas time. It's like, yo, why you gotta do me like that? Like, that's my favorite holiday season. Like, break up with me over Valentine's Day. I don't give a fuck, right? But anyways, I guess it's also like you get to start off the new year with a fresh start. So that's good too. Even now, like, so when I was younger, I obviously, like, you know, went for the first person that looked at me. So I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself, whatever, right? I've had a few relationships. My ex and I broke up. You know, the first thing that you want to do is, like, have fun, right? Like, you want to, like, take away the pain and all that stuff. I went into detail about that in my other video. But more or less, it's very easy to think that someone else is going to bring you satisfaction, which they're not. Like, honestly, all I've learned in this year alone is that, like, the more you work on yourself, the more you control the things that you can control. Like, I can control who I am. I can control, like, how I act. I can control what I do. I can control what I say. I can control all of those things. But me trying to find, like, this God-given, like, Prince Charming that's gonna fall from the sky at a club is probably not gonna happen. You know what I mean? And, like, I personally think that in our culture too, right? Like, I'm 28 years old and I'm not married. I technically broke up with a guy after being with him for 4 years. So, like, I'm broken, you know what I mean, in the Tamil society. But I don't give a fuck. Even after my boyfriend and I broke up, my mom used to be like, oh, like, you know, I'm gonna give you like a year or two to, like, you know, get over it or be sad or try something new, but after that you're getting married. And I'm like, to who? Like, who are you gonna get me married to? Some arranged guy from, like, some country that you don't even know about? Like, no, I don't want that. Nothing against arranged marriages, but I'm in no rush. I'm literally in no rush to get married. Like, nobody can force me to get married. For what? Like, and my mom keeps on saying, like, oh, like, everyone else is getting married, like, all their kids are getting married and this, that. And I'm like, good for them. Like, yo, I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy that you guys are in relationships. I'm happy that you're happy, you know, all is well. But I definitely am not going to sacrifice my happiness so that I can get married to some loser to tell my mom, and she can tell all of her aunts and sisters and be like, oh, like, Cynthia's married now, like, come to the wedding. Like, no. If you're so concerned about my marriage status, maybe you should renew your vows or find somebody and get married again. Like, I don't know, but I can't give you that happiness. And it's something that I'm trying to teach my mom. I'm trying to tell her, like, you need to be happy on your own without your kids. And I understand that, like, obviously she's spent her whole life taking care of us. And in our culture, like, the wife basically, or the mom is basically holding it down for the husband and the family and, like, barely takes care of themselves. And I get that. But at the same time, like, we spend, what, 30 years with our parents? We're going to spend the next 50, maybe, if we're lucky, with this person that we're going to marry. So I'm not marrying the wrong person. And again, you don't know if you're going to marry the wrong or right person, but I'm definitely not going to get married because I feel pressure from the society or whomever, you know? And again, like, I feel like the moment you start searching for this person is when you find all the fuckboys. All the fuckboys come through and they're just, I don't know. And I know it's hard when you're, like, being peer pressured and there's family and there's people telling you, like, oh, you need to get married, like, you're older, this, that. I don't care. I have enough confidence and self-happiness in me and value in myself now. I didn't have it before, but I know my worth now. I deserve so much. Like, going through that heartbreak of 4 years, like, after breaking up with my ex, like, bro, I was really sad. But remember, when you are going through something that's rock bottom, you only have potential for up. So as far as I'm concerned, like, I've got the hard part of that heartbreak. It's over. You know what I mean? For me to put my heart out there again and to be vulnerable to somebody, like, you best be amazing. Like, you better be amazing. And the thing is, it's not that I think I'm amazing. I just know that I have so much shit that I have to deal with and work on and, like, continue to strive to be better on, that, like, I'm good. I'm in no rush. I'm not even at optimal state, Cynthia, right now. And I know you're never going to be in an optimal state, but it's more like, you know, in these last couple of months, I've made a lot of strides in terms of my thinking, my perspective, just everything, my outlooks. And it's like, yo, this is just the beginning. Like, it's going to be crazy. And I will find somebody that's going to be there for me, or who I think has the same values as me, same beliefs as me, who I'm attracted to, etc. Like, I strongly believe that. I just think that, you know, it might take some time, and so long as you're not in a rush, so long as you're not doing it for anybody else, like, everything will work out as it's meant to work out. Again, if you are looking for somebody, then you definitely have to go through the different variations of finding someone, which I don't even know, like Tinder, Bumble. Like, I feel like those are more for hookups, you know. Then there's, like, the few off chances of people being like, I met my forever husband on Bumble, and I'm like, great, because I've met fuckboys galore. So let me know how you did it, because next year I'll be 29 on the 29th. of my birthday month, and it's gonna be my champagne birthday. I'm hoping for me, for my 29th birthday, I'm gonna have received my first YouTube paycheck by then, knock on wood. Hopefully you guys are gonna help me get there. Be the best, in the best shape of my life that I've ever been, okay? And I'm going to go on a vacation by myself, potentially, or it's either gonna be I'm gonna go by myself, or I'm gonna have a big squad of people, like all girls, and we're just gonna have fun in a tropical paradise, and just, it's gonna be a blast. And I'm so excited, like so excited, because there's so much to look forward to. Like, you know what I mean? There is a lot to look forward to. I could go travel if I wanted to. I can hold it down for my family. I can be there for them. Being in a relationship is awesome, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of compromise. It takes a lot of everything, okay? Like, it takes a lot of vulnerability. And, you know, I tried that for a few years. It went a little south, and I'm, not to say that I'm butthurt about it, but I'm more so like, I'm guarded. Let's just say I'm guarded. Not to say it's going to be closed off forever, but it's more so I'm not looking for anything. So if something is going to catch my eye, it's definitely going to have to try to catch my eye. Anyways, that's your Sunday morning spilling the tea. It's always fun recording these videos. I don't know, some people, like, when I watch YouTube videos, are like, I'm so sorry that I'm recording a sit down video, but a video is a video, okay? And if you wanted to, you could just put me on play and then just do your hair or something like that. You don't really need to see my face, except my face is very beautiful. But anyways, thank you for watching.